Rabbits. Actually, we're hunting bears, and it doesn't really matter how much noise you make, because they're going to mob you regardless. We see one is already in the middle of it with these mercenaries over here. I think I'm going to let them kind of pound on each other for a little while. Sit back and enjoy the show. That Reaver is handling his own. Now, that Reaver is what we're actually looking for. We want to find several of these guys and hope they drop their infusion primers for us. Those are the only enemies that I know of that will drop them, so... Alright, hopefully we can get them all on this one trip here. Grab a few of these guys on the way, and look at how hard these freaking bears hit, man. It's ridiculous. One trick with bears, though, with block and slash, if you successfully block one of their minor attacks... Now, when they stand up on their hind legs and drop on you, I don't think that's blockable. They're going to... well, they can essentially wipe your whole party with that stuff if you're in range. That attack right there. Okay, but their basic attacks, if you block them, when you counter with a slash, it will cause them to stop whatever, wherever they're at in their attack, and they'll kind of do like a little semicircle and try to flank you. But essentially, you can get in some free hits while they're doing that, because they won't attack until they get around you, and start facing you from another direction. And then, of course, you know, if you can block them again, you can get them stuck in that pattern, and it becomes a little easier. Of course, that's harder when you have 3 or 4 or 10 or 50 bears on you all at once. Well, it's kind of run for your life, but... Now, that Mark of the Rift ability, the upgrade to that allows you to build focus a lot faster. And, of course, focus is... It's that little meter you can see just on the outside edge, on the right of my, my stamina bar, down there in the bottom right. That circle. Okay, now I have one, what would you say, level of focus. Now, eventually, we can unlock perks at the war table that can turn that into 2 and even 3 tiers of focus. You can essentially get like a full circle, and then whatever your special ability is, like in my case, it's going to be Reaver, and it's kind of like a, I think they call it Rampage, but it's basically like a Berserk ability. Your attack speed goes up. I believe you gain health with each hit. You hit harder. Anyway, so you go in Berserk mode for a short period of time, and of course you can make that last longer with and do more damage and so on and so forth with a full 3 tiers of focus built up. And I believe they even have a ring for Rampage, which causes it to last like 30% longer. And of course we get another bear that just appears out of nowhere. Of course. I mean, why wouldn't we, right? Annoying. Bears are, yeah, they're annoying. Bears and archers. I have a lot of health. But hopefully we can get the last of these great bear paws. This is a quest we picked up on a ledge over there by Red Cliff Farms. Okay, and these, actually, I think this is 1 great bear and 1 regular bear. That's what this looks like. And, yeah, they're wiping the party. Okay, well, this is not cool. So I'll just pick some flowers. Screw it. Go pick some flowers to lay at my own grave over here. That's what I'll do. It's bad when they start doing their AoE attacks back and forth. Like that right there, see? And, essentially they're just spamming that, essentially, between the 2 of them. Okay, well, that was annoying. That could have gone better if I wasn't flapping my lips, right? Alright. Apparently they found some other victims. Of course. I mean, why wouldn't there be another bear right here, right? Surprised he didn't spawn with the other 2 to get 3 or 4 of them on us all at once. I think this is a regular guy, actually. And, I mean, why wouldn't there be half a dozen other enemies that jump in on it, too, right? Of course. Couple assassins. Oh, shit. Alright, he didn't like that, did he? Alright, anybody else? Want to just spawn anything else right on top of us? Out of thin air? Making the game all unrealistic? Ruining the game experience for me? Any more of that? No? Okay, great. Appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks, bye. Okay, so, once we get all these bear paws... Now, these bear paws, or the great bear paws, anyway... I think you can. I think they'll only drop them if you have that quest active. So you need to go grab that quest off the ledge. Anyway, they act kind of like Ironbark does, but I believe they give you a higher percentage chance to do a critical crafting, and that has to do with Masterworks. And it kind of counts as it's like a fade touched item, kind of. But essentially, what it does is it gives you the opportunity to add 10% to all your stats on whatever gear you happen to be making. So if you're making a really high level blueprint that has, I don't know, 3 or 4 ingredients or whatever, then all those extra stats that you're about to buff your item with, you can you have a chance to make it even 10 times stronger. Now that's cool, but I guess you could say the downside to that. I mean, that's a neat mechanic. It's a neat idea to take that chance to kind of, you know, gamble with your rare material there. To make something. Thing is all you have to do is really save and try it, and if you fail, just reload and start over. I mean, you know, for the pure role players who aren't gonna mess up their experience by doing that, that's, you know, okay. But I think a lot of players would probably do that, you know, if they have their bear claws, their hard-earned bear claws. Speaking of bear claws, we have another bear here. I'm not sure exactly how many claws I have. I may already have all of them. I'm not sure. But if not, maybe this will be the last of those. But yeah, I think most players would do that, so that kind of defeats the purpose. Just pre-save, and if you don't get your critical crafting, reload. I don't know. I'll talk about timing. I was already committed to that. Oh, and by the way, that extra health bar that bears have, you'll see once his health is gone, he gets about an extra, I don't know, 78 million hit points to play with. They have a hidden free health bar, so when it says they're dead, they're not actually dead. As if they needed any extra advantage. And that's it. Alright, that's all of those. Good, good. Now let's see if we got lucky. Maybe, he dropped an infusion primer. That'd be awesome. I don't think that was him. I think that was him. And it doesn't matter. Either way, we didn't get one. But this. Or maybe that was him. Still didn't get one. Alright. So we're going to need to get kind of lucky here. We're going to need 3 infusion primers, and I believe there's a total of 1, 2, 5, maybe 6 of the Reavers in this Merc Fortress here. So hopefully they'll drop them. It's possible they might not. I know he wasn't there a second ago, so yeah, they've got them spawning out of thin air again. What it is they're not actually bears. These are demons. These are the demons. The things they're calling demons really aren't. They're just poor creatures from the Fade running from the bears that are being spawned from the Fade. The bears are the actual demons, is what it is. Yes, that must be the explanation for that. Alright, actually I don't mind having all these bear hides, though. They might come in handy later. I believe they're good for adding critical chance to your gear. If I'm not mistaken, it's bear hides and fox furs. Well, they call them fennecs, but they look like foxes to me. Okay, we have an ocularum. Alright, so here's the fortress. There's a Reaver standing right there. And we'll get to him in a second. He's not going to bother us till we step through the gates, so... Let's get up here, locate these shards. And maybe even go grab those now and just get them out of the way. At least a few of them. These kind of out-of-the-way ones. We have them right there on the tower. Right, and off in that direction, there's a Fade Rift over there. I know that. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I already know there's one up on this upper ledge. It's kind of way out of the way, so I might as well go grab that now. Just be done with it. And then I think we'll fast travel to the camp and kind of work our way this way and grab the rest of the shards. And just have those. And at some point I'm going to need to go back to the Forbidden Oasis. Turn these in. I only needed like, what, one shard for that one door? I was just one short. And perhaps I'll have enough to open one of the secondary doors. Maybe even two of the secondary doors also. And that would be cool. Start getting some extra resistances. I don't know if I'm going to go for Spirit or Frost first. I don't know that it really matters. Probably Frost. Do Spirit last. It seems to me that Spirit will be a type of magic that would be used with later game enemies. Then again, you have the Red Templars, and I think what they're using is the Spirit attacks, especially that big AoE stuff. This might come in handy for them. I don't know, one way or another. Maybe a little of each. Maybe just open the first door for each of those other two. I don't know. That's how you do that. Rampage ring. There it goes. Well, I can't use that for a while. To be honest, I'll probably wind up selling it now and wait to see if I pick up another one later. I tend to not go looking for rings to buy them or anything. I know there would be merchants that have those types of things available, but much rather get them for free. Know what I mean? There was a chest right up here somewhere. I thought there was. Anyways, alright, so let's head to the fortress. Well, it's not a chest, but it is a crafting bag. Alright. There's a shard right over here somewhere. Of course, it spawns another half-dozen enemies. I believe once we deal with this fortress, though, it's pretty much going to do away with the mercenary presence here. I mean, you'll still have bears. You'll always have bears. And these Mabari. I can't have a Mabari, but I have to kill 1 million of them in the game. That's kind of sad. Almost 2,000 on that. So apparently he was aggroed, which means whatever bonus stack damage we have on that, and if he was considered stunned, and then stacking Mighty Blow on top of that, yeah, that was starting to get good. Yep.
Like to live, babe.
Sarah's all sarcastic. And more dogs. I make very few complaints about the game, but if anyone from BioWare is listening, please update this. Please fix it, because there's a difference between hard and then artificial difficulty. Oh, he's living, so let me just spawn 18 enemies out of thin air on top of him, just to see if he can kill that too. And if he can, then let's spawn 36 enemies right on top of him and see if he can kill that. And if he can, let's spawn 72 enemies right on top of him out of thin air, making the game look all unrealistic and fake. It's beyond annoying. It I don't know. How would I put this? Caused me to lose a little respect for the game. It's amazing in every way, and then they have to resort to that. Why artificial difficulty? Why not just better level design? You know? I mean, they do that everywhere else. They create these amazing scenarios with certain combinations of enemies to challenge you in different ways. I'm cool with that. But just to spawn half a dozen enemies on top of me because your spawn system is broken, and you want to create some artificial difficulty, that's not cool. It's really bad here. I don't see it everywhere in the game. It's just there's places in Hafter's Woods that I just kind of consider almost broken. Like, I don't. Doesn't ruin the game experience, but it's like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. They're like, that you know, that wasn't necessary. Didn't really make it harder. It was just annoying, and that means it wasn't fun. And that's wasn't even really a challenge. It was just a hassle. Big difference. So. Yeah, that as it may. Actually, a really minor complaint as far as the game goes. Yeah, I think we can circle around over here and see if we can't get these last couple shards. Yep. Now, off to our left is another Fade Rift. We'll actually go deal with that probably before we leave here, just so I don't have to return to this area, at least not for that. We'll go get to that in here in a little bit. What's great about saving this mercenary fortress? Okay, so we'll get the infusion primers from these Reaver guys, and the head Reaver here will drop. He has every time. He'll drop a belt of health. It's like an enhanced belt of health. I think it gives you like 100 extra hit points or something like that. But it's great for your tank. He really needs to stop shooting me in the face with arrows. That'd be nice. And he drops a really good set of armor. It's a masterwork set of armor, so it's going to have pretty much the highest available stats for a set of gear at that level, you know. Hopefully it'll be leveled to us too. Like you kill him at level 8 and get a level 7 or 8 set of armor, but hopefully us being level 11 or 12, we'll get something more like 11 or 12 level gear. I think it caps at 11. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anything here goes any higher. At least not the mercenaries, anyway. When your rogues use long shot with the upgrade, where the arrow travels through enemies and gains additional bonus damage for each enemy it hits after the first one, you'll find a lot of dead animals and stuff around battles, especially when you're fighting mobs. You know, you fight a bunch of enemies. After you're done, any animals that were caught in the middle, yeah, they're probably going to be toast. Poor little guys. And there we go. Alright, and we will go handle this fortress on the next one and maybe go deal with that Fade Rift and go on about our business. Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, hit that button over my head. For more Inquisition, at least up to this point, this Let's Play, click the top box. For all my videos, click the bottom box, and I will catch you guys later. Y'all take care.